Hey, is this thing working? Can you guys hear me? Raise your hand if you can hear me. Nice. What's up, everybody? First time, let's see how many of you are gonna show up. Because I really don't have an agenda. Well, I have a plan B, but it's something small. Probably. You never know. Estimations are hard. 7 people. That's already way more than I expected. Where are you guys at? I don't care where you're from. Just like, you know, where you're at now. Right. Milan at my desk. What's the weather in Milan? And Chris, what's the weather at your desk? Kind of feels weird, like to sit like on this side of this thing. Like when I record videos, it's different, but usually like I watch live streams, but like just sitting here and like having like nothing to say, it's weird. So I hope you guys brought questions. Portugal, nice. Right. So what would you guys like to talk about? Because I'm open for suggestions. Ten people, let's go. Let's add a couple more zeros. It's always so weird. Like, I don't know how many guys, how many of you guys doing like any sort of content creation. But like, you might think that I have like 5,000 subscribers, a bunch of people are going to like show up or a bunch of people are going to watch your videos. But no, it's like I have like 5,000 subs, but like my videos get like 300 views, 400 views. So yeah, it's kind of weird. You guys want to talk about tooling and metals? You're in the wrong stream. Like Chris is over here. He streams every Wednesday on Twitch. Actually, I have a cool idea. Maybe we'll do it someday. I would like to contribute something to metals, and we could do it like live, and Chris could walk me through it. I didn't ask him before, so sorry to put him on the spot like this, but I'm sure he's excited about this. Chris, what could I possibly tell you about metals that you don't know? You want to talk about Zio as well? Well, everybody wants to talk about Zio. Everybody does talk about Zio. We're down to 8. We lost 2 people. Actually, I feel like the chat is dark. Why is it so dark? It's not supposed to be dark. Hold up. Let me fix it. Yeah. Chat. Text settings. Right. There we go. Let's see. Should be fine now. Yeah, there we go. Why didn't you guys tell me? Oh wow, I got Ruby people here. Pain points of metals. Huh. I heard other people say that, people coming from IntelliJ, they said that it's slow. Slow in a sense of auto completion. Me personally, I just want more features. That's all. Like I don't actually have like many pain points. Sometimes the diagnostics are not being cleared as often as I'd like. In fact, that's a good question. Yeah, what else? What tooling do I use? For things like thread dump, analyzing performance tooling, etc. Nothing. I'm a total noob. I never had to do, well, I had to do something like this once, like 5 years ago, and a colleague of mine, he had YORKit, the profiler and stuff, and I guess it had a thread profiler as well. Also the the Visual VM. But I have like literally used it like for, I don't know, a couple of days maybe, and then we found that thing and problem solved. Yeah, I got many good ideas for a video. People are always asking about like more stuff for Zeal, stuff about metaprogramming. Chris is the only one who's asking about metals. What else? Oh yeah, SBT. SBT is a big one. Actually, probably I'm gonna start working soon on a video about SBT. And I already know that it's gonna be like impossible to put it in one video, but yeah, maybe we'll write an SBT plugin. Nothing too complicated, just something for fun. Probably something unusable, like something just for proof of concept kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, SBT. So I have always wanted to play with Mill, but I haven't. And I always use SBT at work, but actually I use Bloop at work. Like the only reason I have to start SBT actually is because Bloop essentially can only compile stuff and test stuff, right? So we recently built in Scala FMT checks and also Scala fix checks into CI. Actually, we disable the Scala fix checks because it requires compilation. Yeah, and because of this, like I sometimes have to before I commit, I have a before I push, I have a pre-push hook, and that one goes into SBT and runs Scala FMT, and I also run Scala fix, even though we disabled it on CI. Otherwise, like I would probably not even use SBT at all, at least at work. During my videos, I prefer SBT because Bloop, again, cannot do a couple of things. For example, if I run like a tiny app that requires input, Bloop can't do that. Also, SBT has this configuration, I forgot how it's called. Like every time I save the file, it will rerun the main or rerun the command, even if nothing changed. Like I can force it. Bloop cannot do that. But apart from these things, I'm always trying to use Bloop all the time. I haven't played with Mill, but I wanted to. I know you're excited about, what's it called? Seed, I think, right? I haven't played with it. I looked at it. It seems abandoned. So yeah. Do I know anyone who has used Hydra in production? I don't. We wanted to use it like a couple of years ago in my previous company. We wanted to use it, and I think we tested it, but nobody actually paid too much attention to the results. They had like a testing period of, I don't know, a couple of weeks. And I ran it and it compiled, so I was happy. And when I was asked like, "Hey, is it faster?" I was like, "I guess, I don't know." Actually, that's so the answer to your question is no. But actually, that's one of my most favorite topics, which is architecture. Like, I strongly recommend to invest a lot of time into preparing your builds in such a way that they can build concurrently, because a lot of times you see like these monoliths and it's just like one build, like whenever I start a new project, which happens very rarely, but it's always a multi-build and it has at least four things in there. And in fact, probably I'm going to make a video soon about, probably a series about architecture. And I'll mention this, right? So whether you're building a monolith or whether you're building a microservice, whatever it is, it needs to have at least 4 submodules. It's not that it's impossible, but I cannot recommend less than 4 submodules, because you always kind of have like your core or your domain, like you can mix them together. Recently, I stopped using domain. I just put everything into core, and then you have like the stuff that the core needs. Usually, it's some persistence, and then you have some stuff that uses the core, which is usually the delivery layer, which is like, I don't know, HTTP backend or something, right? And then you have the main where you assemble everything together. So you need at least these 4. Like, you cannot have less. And then when you have that, then at least the delivery and the persistence layers, at least they compile in parallel. So I never had the need for Hydra, and has anyone else used Hydra in production? Do you guys even know what Hydra is? It's an alternative compiler, apparently highly parallelizable concurrent compiler. No idea how they did it. It's proprietary, and I have no idea if they support Scala 3 actually. Does anyone know? Do they support Scala 3? Chris, did you mean to put a link into the chat and something prevented you from doing that? Because it wasn't me. It feels like you wanted to paste a link and then something did not allow you to do that. Right, well, we can fix that. Hold up. Let me actually have like a separate screen for that stuff. Scala, seed, build tool. It's probably this one, right? There we go. Oh my God, this chat is also black. Hold on, guys, let me fix it real quick. Let me go to Streamlabs. There we go, problem solved. All right, so where were we? Yeah, this is seed. So apparently there's a demo. Let's run it. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, you're welcome, man. And what do you recommend to start learning about functional programming and tagless final approach? Seriously? I have an entire playlist about tagless final, man. yeah, so this is Seed. Does a bunch of stuff. So you can configure it in TOML, and apparently it's very simple. I've never played with it, and it seems a bit abandoned. Well, actually, 7 months ago. That's actually not abandoned. Stuff is happening. So yeah, maybe it actually is alive. Yeah, maybe I should show it to you guys, because like so many people, like, I don't know, like you click on a video and like very rarely you actually go to like the actual YouTube channel and you look at the links, or you see like if the person has a website, or even like reading the description. But I have a website. If you guys didn't know, it's devinside.com, and you can just click on courses and you're gonna see a bunch of stuff here. Yeah, so there you go, Techless Final. You just click over here and you end up seeing this beautiful playlist that took forever to create, and it's completely free. All right. Got another question about Zio. So if Zio is a trend, yes, it is definitely. For the last couple of years, it has been a trend, and we had many trends in the Scala ecosystem. They usually last for like 2 or 3 years, but you know, nothing in our industry ever dies. JavaScript, and yeah, it's definitely a trend. Hopefully, it's gonna last because a lot of people like it. A lot of people find it. I don't want to say simpler than other things, because they probably, you know, they don't know the other stuff like the category theory and Techless Final, but it's kind of it's a nice approach, that you don't, you know, that you don't have to read like a bunch of books before you, you know, before you start building something productive. So yeah, it's definitely a trend. As I mentioned in the video, I was recently looking for a client, and when I say recently, I mean 8 months ago. And yeah, as I mentioned in the video, everybody has it in production. Like everybody that I talked to, they were either like just excited, or they wanted to have it in production, or they had some tiny thing, or they had like an actual production service. You know, not some meaningless production thingy, but like some actual real thing. Yeah. In general, like I've been asked a lot these days, like what you know, what to learn when people like transition to Scala, or in general, like when they're looking for a job these days. And like most people these days, they look for basically, well, in Scala it's Zio, right? But like apart from Scala, it's Kafka, it's Kubernetes, and it's GraphQL. It's like people have forgotten how to build stuff before, you know, without these things, you know, like before they arrived. I hope this answers your question. True, there's still a lot of Scala jobs without Zio. Well, I mean, I hope you're not referring to tooling, obviously. Yeah, there are also a lot of jobs for, you know, for the type, sorry, not the type level, the Lightbend stack. You know, there's a lot of Akka in production, and it will always stay there, and people are going to be happy with it. So we don't just have Zio, which is good on one hand, because you have like a bit of competition. You basically have like these 3 pretty strong stacks. The Lightbend stack, the type level stack, and the Zio stack, and then whatever Chris is doing. And yeah, it's good for competition, but it's not easy for me when people ask me, hey, what should I learn? And like I would love to just say like, hey, you know, like in Ruby, you know, like what do you mean? Like just learn Rails, you know, end of story. But in Scala, it's crazy. And also we do like, you know, the whole data processing, right, with Spark and then Flink and whatnot. So that's like another, yet another thing. Yeah, learn Scala, definitely. Yeah, so distributed data processing frameworks like Spark seem to feed the pure FP paradigm, but none of them seem to use Zio or Cats in their code. Any idea why? No, and actually, this is completely not my field, so I don't actually want to talk about it because I don't know much about it. I know only a couple of people who work in there and in this field, and one of them tells me that they don't even have proper stream processing. You know, they kind of like jumped onto the whole Spark train, but they still have like I don't know how to call it. It's like sort of like a distributed batch processing or something, right? So they're not like. It takes forever to learn this entire streaming paradigm properly, and to educate everybody on the team, to make sure that everybody knows how to like build like these extremely low latency, extremely like high throughput stream things. So, but yeah, no idea why they don't use functional stuff. I mean, I guess they were happy with MapReduce for like 10 years, and now they get streaming with Spark, and I don't know why they don't use the functional paradigm. Probably they think that it's slow, but again, like it's not my field, so I don't know, man. Huh, that's interesting. So he brought Zio into the company and it was too complicated. Really? What is their background? Microbatch, yeah. Microbatch, that's I guess that's how it's called. I told you it's not my field, I don't know. Yeah, I'm super curious, like what is the background of the developers in your company? I think I remember your comment. I think you're a tech lead, is that correct, Bloodnut? We were over here. Function programming isn't necessarily fast. True. Well, I mean, if you wanted to be a dick about it, like imperative programming is also not necessarily fast. So, yeah. Akka is good. Yes, it is. Of course. In fact, 8 years ago, I actually wrote my master's thesis about Akka. I was crazy about actors, went the whole, Carl Hewitt route and stuff. And my conclusion was that this paradigm is actually a bit too complex. Even though it's kind of like so simple, I just have the actors, they can send messages, they can create new actors and stuff. My conclusion was back then that it's really good for error handling and for distributed computing, and that was before I learned about functional programming. And so now I don't even think it's good for error handling, but it is still good for distributed computing, which people don't seem to need these days. Like somehow they're like, yeah, we're just going to use Kafka or whatever, and or RabbitMQ, and we're just going to talk to our services like this. And Akka is really great when you build other tools. If you want to build your own database, your own streaming framework, as it did, right? Akka Streaming. If you want to build like like a web server or something. But if you want to like build a production level application, like writing your business logic with actors, it's not as fun as it sounds. In fact, this is like when I was writing my master's thesis, like this was my question, like, can I write like a program where everything's an actor? Because like this is like the actor paradigm, right? The only unit of computation is the actor. Like, can everything be an actor except for like, primitives and like, if expressions and stuff like this, like basic stuff. And yeah, you can. But like we're programmers, we can do like absolutely anything. So yeah, you can. Should you though? I don't think so. Yeah, definitely. Like people jump too often into actor systems when it's not necessary. In fact, there was this guy, I believe his name was Mike Slynn, and I think he also runs some Scala workshops and stuff. Like back in the day, he had like this presentation, you know, when futures were hyping and actors, and he also said that like the actors, they were like the last tool in your toolbox. So if you need like concurrency or parallelism, you know, like grab everything else, but like only if nothing works, then only then go for actors. Unless you know exactly, hey, I'm building this like massively distributed, again, tool, not an actual production application, like business facing application. Spark uses Akka under the hood. Yeah, there you go. Like, Akka is amazing for building tools. Yeah. Do I create videos about Scala 3? For now, not specifically. I just, you know, just essentially like any video that I create from now on, I'm just gonna use Scala 3, and if I happen to like really need to use some super fancy new Scala 3 feature, then I'm basically gonna like pause the video and explain this concept. Yeah. So am I gonna create like a Scala 3? I might create like a Scala 3 crash course, but not anytime soon. Also, you know, Scala has always been a fast-moving target, but with Scala 3, it's now even faster, right? Like they're planning like a new release every 6 weeks, and apparently, at least it's what is it? It's patch binary compatible. No, that's how it was in Scala 2, right? So I guess it's also. Now, how does it work? Like, I forgot. I think like the patch release is still binary backwards compatible, right? Because it can't be minor. Because if it's minor, because they promised like that they would break stuff in 3.1, so it can't be minor. Yeah, I'm actually super curious, Chris. Like, is it gonna be better with Tasty, or is it gonna be useless for you compiler guys, tooling guys? Do I think that Spark will work with Scala 3 soon? Again, Spark is not my field, but I think so because I think it already works. Doesn't it? No, is it already published for 2.13? I think like if it is published, because it's you know, it's a little bit backwards and forward compatible, right? So if you have something that works for Scala 2.13, it's likely to work in Scala 3 unless there is a bunch of macros like in Chimney, for example. Can I talk a little bit about Tasty and if Scala 3 fixes all the binary compatibility issues in Scala from now on? Not really a compiler guy. Chris is here. Maybe he can answer this. I mean, technically, he's also not a compiler guy, I think. Tasty is a great idea. But we have this thing in software industry called abstraction, right? And we're always like, you know, let's just abstract it away. Let's just create like another level of indirection and stuff, right? And we're hoping that it's not going to be leaky, and we hope that we can just like replace the implementation one day and everything's going to be fine. But it almost never happens like this. I mean, that's real life, right? So yes, we're definitely going to have less issues with binary compatibility. And it's not computability, it's compatibility. Definitely less. And hopefully it's gonna reduce the burden on library maintainers, because it's such a pain in the ass to publish libraries. Like right now, like for example, like I looked at Skunk, it has to work with Scala 2, it has to work with Scala 3, it has to work with Cats Effect 2 and Cats Effect 3, and like this whole publishing this whole matrix is a disaster. So hopefully people don't have to do this every 6 weeks, because that's gonna be really painful. Spark is to 12. Yeah, so yeah, as soon as it's ported to 2.13, it's probably going to work with Scala 3. Yeah, man, Stove is awesome. I wish I discovered it sooner. Like I have like a list of a bunch of things that I want to like look into, learn from myself, study from myself, and obviously I'm going to share. And it was like on that list like for a very long time, like how to synchronize the dot files. And once I found it, and I really like I did some research, and there are many ways to do this, with bare repositories and stuff. But I still think that Stove is the best way, because it allows you to partially import your partially link your dot files. Right, so you can set up a new machine and you can say, well, I only need my dot files for, I don't know, HTOP or Vim or whatever, but you don't need to synchronize the whole thing. So you can be very, very selective, very, very granular. I really like it. $17 people. Wow. Like I expected it to be like less than 10 actually. So success. I actually have a couple of things to do this stream as well. Like I had, as already mentioned, like I had a plan B. If you guys hadn't showed up and asked questions. So more questions. There we go. More videos about metaprogramming in the future. Yeah, the thing is that I never took a look at macros. I don't know if you guys know the story with macros. It was basically an experiment, and then it kind of went viral. Everybody was using it, and everybody was like, well, I mean, it's still experimental, but I guess we have to maintain it now, right? And that's how it was for like 7 years, and it scared a lot of people away, people like me who just don't have time to relearn this stuff. But with Scala 3, I'm definitely checking it out. And by the way, I'm not, like, that's the whole point, macros is super, super useful, right? So I'm not saying that I didn't play with it because it's useless. No, it's actually the opposite. It's super, super useful. And I'm glad that so many people in the Scala community actually did play with it. And so, yeah, with Scala 3, I'm definitely checking it out. And yeah, people are asking about these videos, so they're coming. Adam Dvorsky, actually the CEO of what's it called? You guys know what? Software Mill. Yeah, and they also maintain the Scala Times newsletter. He posts a lot of awesome blog posts, and I think he already posted a couple about metaprogramming. So if you're interested, check it out. It starts very simple, and then goes into crazy stuff. Also, what's this guy called? He has a very complicated name, the Quill maintainer. Like, he's freaking crazy. Like, he's rewritten Quill to Scala 3, and it took so much effort, I'm sure. Yeah, like he actually has a YouTube channel, I think, where he records all of this stuff. Yeah, that's his name. I have no idea how to pronounce it, so I'm not gonna try it. Let me pin it real quick. Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, Alexander. Yeah, Alex. There we go. Alex. Problem solved. did I have the opportunity to use the Airstream library? No, I have no idea what that is. Let's go check it out. Actually, I heard about it, I think. Is it a Scala thing? It is. State propagation and event something. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't like it when people write this. Like, when are we gonna learn? You know, there's always bugs. Like, don't write like so, you know, like distinctive things. Like, there will be no FRP glitches. Of course there will be. Like, Jesus. I mean, it's software. Like, there's always something that is wrong. But no, I haven't played with it. I have no idea what that is actually. I guess it's some reactive library thingy. Yeah, for streaming. Okay, state propagation. I have a plugin that shows me the definition of a word. Yeah, no, I haven't played with it. No idea. Have you played with it? Is it awesome? Does it deliver on all of the promises? My thoughts on Scala.js and library recommendations. That's actually a funny story. Like 2 years ago, I had like 3 months of time to do whatever I wanted because I was looking for another client, and I actually considered to creating a Scala.js course because I really wanted to learn it, and I did some research, and I decided not to do it because I decided nobody's going to get it. Nobody's going to buy it. I realized that nobody's going to buy it. Not because it's bad, it's just that, Scala is already small, and like Scala.js people within Scala are just freaking tiny. But I'm hearing that Scala.js is awesome. I only played with it for a couple of days. I like the idea. I had a couple of issues with the implementation. Not that it was buggy or anything like this, like the ergonomics, there were like, many annotations and stuff. I think like some of these things got better with Scala 3, which is amazing that it already works with Scala 3, by the way. I definitely want to play with it, but guys, like the list of the things that I want to play with, it's just like, it's not a list, it's a stream. It never ends, like for real. Yeah, so library recommendations for Scala.js. Well, most people in the JS world, they use React, right? And we have two JS libraries for React. I think one of them is functional, which is React.js Scala, I believe it's called, and the other one is Slinky, which doesn't try to be functional. And I think both of them are good. I think both of them are used in production. And yeah, that's pretty much all I know about it. So also, no, there's this one. What's it called? There's this one library that has been popping up recently. Actually, hold up, let me check. I might have it pinned somewhere. No, not here. No, I don't know. It's been a long time ago. There's this like reactive programming library. Yeah, Laminar. Yeah, of course, Laminar. Yeah, that one. I've seen like half of the YouTube video that introduces Laminar, and it looked cool. I haven't tried it. Yeah. Anyways, what do you guys do in December? What are your plans for December? I know it's very specific, but there is a reason. use Laminar. It's cool. It's cool. Do you use it in production, or are you just playing around with it? Skiing, huh? Laminar is reactive, right? It's not like super functional in the sense of like there's no like monads in your face and stuff, right? But it's like reactive in the sense that, you know, there's like streaming and signals and all that stuff. I think that's what I remember. By the way, I often like look at the chat. I should probably look at you guys like this. It's probably a better viewing experience, but I don't know, when I record videos, it's obvious, but with live stream, like there are so many like things that I have to juggle and make sure that, you know, I don't miss anything. Right. Right. Anyone else? What are you guys doing in December? You're just gonna sit and lurk? Graduated. Where you at, man? XEF6. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it. Anyways, who wants to go to a conference in December? Both free. Actually, I'm going to tell you a funny story first. It's related, I swear. So, when was it? Christmas in Paris. Oh yeah, that's definitely better than what I'm about to suggest. Yeah, so a couple of years ago, probably like 3 or 4 years ago, I lived in Munich, Germany. Hey, what's up, man? And I had a 2-room apartment, and I was sub-renting another room. And a guy came from Brazil. His name is Kawe, and we became awesome friends. And unfortunately, like 3 months later, well, fortunately for him, unfortunately for me, because you know, we became like really good friends. He found some awesome job in Spain. It was like his dream job, so he moved to Spain. He's not a developer, by the way. I always tell him to tell other people that he's a rocket scientist, but he's an aerospace engineer. And I tell him like, dude, you're a rocket scientist. Like it sounds so much better. In fact, I was harassing him about this so many times that he made this sort of like this joke at his new company. And he like, it was a small company. And so his boss, his CEO, whatever, he gave him like this, you know, what's it called? I only remember the German word, the Visitenkarte. You know, the card was your phone, was your credentials and stuff. Not credentials, but like was your email and stuff. So like he gave him like this company thing, and it literally like he was the only one for whom it said like rocket scientist. Anyways, let me catch up real quick on the chat, and then I'm gonna keep telling you the story. I swear it's related to December and your free ticket to a conference. I do read comments. What do you mean? It'd be cool if Scala.js would get big, but I don't see how it would get even close to TypeScript. It'd also be nice if Scala native performance would be on par with something like OCaml or Golang. Yeah, I mean, Scala.js is never going to be huge. I mean, it's obviously for Scala people, right? And Scala is a niche, right? Thanks for your work. Help a lot getting up to speed as a new Scala dev. Got a question, learning like a good investment these days. Yeah, it depends on what you want to do. There's nothing wrong with Akka. It's probably going to be a little bit easier these days to find a job that does something more functional, but there's still tons of Akka in production. So yeah, sure, why not? Actually, a friend of mine just a couple of months ago, he did some light band certification thing. So yeah, I guess. But when I was looking for clients, nobody mentioned DACA. I don't know. Right, so back to the story. So this buddy of mine, he moved to Spain, and then a couple of years later, he found another job, and he moved to Portugal. Actually, dude's crazy. It was around 2020, you know, when COVID was happening. He took a car, drove to Portugal, to Lisbon, and so he starts working at this other company, and he meets this girl who works there, and she seems to be somehow related to Scala in one way or the other. And it turns out that she's like part-time involved with Zyverge. And her name is Sandra. I'm sure you guys know her, Sandra Wolf. And like at the time, like I was actually looking for a new client. And so I talked to her, and you know, at the time they were looking for somebody who really knew like Kubernetes, and it didn't, so they didn't take me. But you know, we're still like friends on Discord and whatever. And so when I released like these Zio videos, and by the way, they had no idea that I'm going to do any of that, right? So it's just like, you know, you guys were asking. So I was like, okay, eventually I'm going to learn it and do it. And so I did it. I didn't talk to them before that. I didn't announce anything. Like they had no idea. Same as you guys. It just popped up. And yeah, so long story short, she gave me 3 tickets to the functional programming thing. What's it called? FP Scala, yeah, FP Scala 2021. This one, Twitter, functionalscala.com. This one, London, December. I might speak on that conference, but only if I'm allowed to speak online, because at the time I'm going to be in Brazil, and I don't want to cross the ocean for, you know, honestly, to go to London in freaking winter. Like, I don't want to do that. But also, I actually can't. So yeah. So don't go there because of me, because like chances are very high that I'm not going to speak there, but I might. Yeah. In any case, so I got 3 tickets, and in like 5 or 10 minutes from now, we're going to start setting up a giveaway bot on Discord, and then you're going to be able to participate, and we're going to schedule it for like 10 days from now. And then this bot is going to randomly pick 3 of you guys. So, and then I'm going to send you a message with the link, and you're going to go to London. Some of you. But you're like, because you're joining the live stream, you're going to be like the first ones who hear about this. But I'm also obviously going to announce it. So it's not going to be just like, how many are we now? 17 people. So it's not like 3 out of 17 people. I'm going to properly announce it, and then probably going to have more people who are going to participate. So stick around for another 5 or 10 minutes, and I'm going to give you instructions on how to join it. Business card, exactly. Thank you. I should have read the comments. Business card, that's what I was talking about. So he received a business card that said rocket scientist. Mm-hmm. Hello from Hamburg. Hey man. Wie ist das Wetter in Hamburg? Just ask what's the weather in Hamburg. All right, I think it's time for me to learn how to ban people. Hide. So Let's see. Report. And that's what? Unwanted commercial content or spam. Yeah, I guess so. So this guy, there we go. Report. Which one? Probably this. Problem solved. Have I used Zio with Scala.js? No, I have not. In fact, I haven't actually used either Zio or Scala.js in production. So yeah, whoops, there we go. Yeah, best weather, best term. Yeah, actually, a lot of guys probably don't know this, right? But I'm originally from Ukraine. And when I was 16 years old, my family moved to Germany. And I spent another 15 years or so in Germany. So I'm fluent in Ukrainian, Russian, German, obviously English. And recently I also learned Brazilian Portuguese. So yeah. Related to Scala, science and Scala, I think I saw a talk on a cool library that the types were measurement units, and it leveraged the compiler to make sure that units won't get incorrectly calculated. Yeah, actually, I think there are two, and I made a video about one of them a long time ago, and I don't remember how it's called, but I'm sure you guys are going to help me out. I think it's in the data juggling playlist. So if you go to devinsociety.com and we click on courses and we go to data juggling, there's refined squants. Yeah, this one, getting started with squants. But there's also another one, but I don't remember the name. Yeah, Spire. Yeah, Spire is just a math library though, right? Isn't it? I think there is like something in the Spire organization that has a sub-library for this, but I'm not sure. See, like again, like Spire has also been like, it hasn't been on the list like for 3 or 4 years just for me to play with Spire. But I haven't so far. So yeah. Let's go back here. 20 people. Let's go. Did you guys tell them that I'm gonna announce like free tickets for the conference? Is that why they're here? Am I planning to uploading this session onto YouTube? Very good question. First of all, it's already on YouTube. Yes. So if you look over here, I think in stream settings over here, over here it says you don't see this shit. There we go. Over here it says unlist live replay once stream ends. So it's going to be unlisted, but it's going to be available. So if you know how to find it, you're going to be able to find it. Also all the upcoming streams as well. Like I'm not going to be able to stream consistently yet. I really want to, and not just like just chatting like now, but actually like coding something. See you, man. Thanks for showing up, for dropping by. What was I saying? Yeah, so on YouTube there is this thing called watch time, and so if you have a video and people only watch like 10% of your video, and that happens on the average, then YouTube is going to be less likely to recommend your videos. And VODs, like videos on demand, this is how usually, you know, recorded live streams are called, because technically these days everything is video on demand. But essentially, like recorded live streams, VODs, they're very long. So people are not very likely to watch the whole thing, especially if it's not actually happening live, if it's recorded. And so what a lot of YouTubers do is they stream it and then they keep it, but they make it unlisted, and they put it on a playlist. Like the playlist itself, it could also be unlisted, but the playlist itself, I'm going to make it public. It already exists. And then you can go to this playlist and you're going to see all of the live streams. In fact, we can actually go do it now. So I create subdomains for everything. So if you go to live.devinsidey.com, then you're going to be redirected to exactly this playlist. And as you can see, like right now, there's only one and it's happening live. So it will stay here forever. So yeah. What do you guys think about the music? We could change it. We could do... I don't want to do like any like heavy things, because it's like Saturday morning. We're kind of just chilling. It's probably morning for everybody, right? Or like, you know, noon-ish. Let's go with lo-fi. What were we doing? We were over here. Yeah, so I moved from Ukraine when I was 16 years old, and I spent pretty much another 16 years over there. And these days I'm a digital nomad. I always make this joke that I'm a digital monad, but obviously only very few people understand it. And yeah, so the last couple of years I traveled quite a bit, but I did not become a digital nomad because I wanted to see the world. I became a digital nomad because I had some places to be. I'm very often in Brazil. I'm going to be in Brazil 3 weeks from now. I have family in Ukraine. I visited them. I spent some time in Germany. Visited Italy. Been to San Francisco for like 4 days before this whole shit show started. Yeah, but most of the times I just go somewhere and then I stay there for at least 3 months, because I have to travel with all of this equipment. And in general, like with a full-time job and like creating such, high quality content, it takes forever. So I don't actually have too much time to go and, do like touristy things. In fact, I'm currently in Georgia, in Tbilisi, like the proper Georgia, the country, not the state. And tomorrow, like I've been here for more than 6 months, and tomorrow is going to be the first time that I'm actually going to go and check out the mountains. I'm actually going to show you the mountains in just a couple of minutes, I guess. Yeah, so as I already mentioned, like currently I'm not in Germany, but the last 6 years or so, pretty much, I spent in Munich. But before that, I was either in Baden-Württemberg or in Bavaria, mostly. Can anyone help this gentleman out? I have no idea what he's talking about. Graphical XKB editor. I don't know. Does anyone know a good way to performance analyze Scala aka HTTP stack? Again, like if you haven't been around from the beginning, like I mentioned that I don't know much about performance optimizations, stack trace analysis, profilers, even debugging. Like I use a debugger in my life for like, I don't know, maybe a couple of hours. And I hate it every step. Like I usually don't use debuggers. Like when Metals received debugging support, people were like, "Can you make a video about it?" And I was like, "I could, but it's gonna be the worst video about debugging that you're ever gonna see, because I'm pretty much gonna say all the time that I never use debuggers." So, but it works. I tried it just for fun. I tried it. It works. Hello from Paris. Hello, Aliou? Aliou, is that how you pronounce it? I mean, you can't tell me how to pronounce it. You think it would be awesome if I published a list of the topics? Maybe. It's just like I just don't have a list. I just treat it as a bunch of notes, and it's spread across a bunch of different apps. In fact, I recently stumbled on a cool thing called, what's it called? Logsac. Let's check it out. It's sort of like an app for notes, and I think they kind of like stole the idea, or they were inspired by some other tool that was proprietary, and so they built like an open source version of it. And I have no idea how to use it yet, but you can like create things, and you can use Markdown or that thing that Lisp is using. What's it called? S-expressions, I guess. Yeah, Markdown or Org. Oh yeah, so it's the Emacs thing. Yeah, but it's the same thing, right? So you can connect things, and you can draw like pretty graphs somehow. I really have no idea how to do this. View graph nodes. That's the thing. Like mine is empty, but essentially, like the idea about this is like to have like some sort of like a knowledge garden, have like your second brain. So you just have like a bunch of notes, a bunch of text, and you can connect them, connect all of this text and search through it and follow like a visual graph to go through all of this stuff. Yeah, so check it out. This is not not an endorsement. I just stumbled on it. Like I like tools, a friend of mine told me like there's two kinds of people like in this world, like people who like tooling and people who don't. And so yeah, I always like it when I discover new tools and play around with them. So yeah, check it out. It's probably awesome, but again, I just don't have time to play with them. See you, Chris. Thanks for dropping by. See you on Wednesday, I guess, or talk to you on Wednesday. It's Logsac. I think it's .com, right? Was it .com? Logsac, yeah. All right, you go into Ukraine, like, yeah. It's already happening. Yeah. But you have something on Saturday, right? Yeah, I think you have a stream with Justin on Saturday, right? By the way, check it out. Twitch.tv, Chris Kip. Go and check it out. A lot of streams about metals. If you have any questions about metals, if you want to see how the sausage is made, go check it out. No worries. Bye. All right, so it's already been an hour into the stream, so we need to start setting this thing up. So we're gonna go and yeah, so if you missed the beginning, we're gonna set up a giveaway for the functional programming conference I was about to say Scala conference, but technically, is it a Scala conference? I don't even know what I'm promoting. I'm actually not even promoting. I'm not getting anything out of it. I know it is Scala, like functionalscala.com. Right, there we go. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to clone this channel. So it's gonna be on Discord, so you need to join Discord. I'm gonna show you how in just a second if you haven't yet, but I'm sure that most of you guys are already here. Yeah, people are coming. No, not this one. Just chatting this one. Clone channel. And we're gonna call it giveaway. All right, so I'm gonna create a link so that you guys can go like straight away to this giveaway channel. So I'm gonna go into this VM and I'm gonna go to my homepage, and there's a redirect file in there. And how ironic, Chris just left and I'm using Vim. In any case, so it's going to be called giveaway.devinsider.com. So it's going to be over here, right? So giveaway, not giveaways, right? So, and yeah. So now we need to grab the link, create invite, edit link. So never expires, no limit. No, generate a new link. There we go, hidden, use copy button. Wow, okay. Yes, this is the streaming thing. There we go. So do we need the splat? No, we don't need the splat. So just mark this one and do this. Find H, go here. Come on, find H, go here. And paste it over here. I lost it. Okay, yank to space, B to space, paste. There you go. So I think I already set it up. Like I already set up the subdomain for this. So that's all I need to do. Yeah, so am I doing conventional? Oh yeah, I do. Interesting. Well, I guess it's a feature. Add giveaway redirect. All right, push and exit. There we go. Okay, so if you guys have not joined Discord yet, then hold up. There you go, it's already published. So if you go to giveaway.devinsider.com, then you should join the server right away. Let's try it. Giveaway.devinsider.com. Yay, it works. Okay, so we're in Discord, opening the app, Discord app launched. There we go. There we go. And I'm here now. All right, a bunch of people are joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a Windows thing that I hate. Like half a year ago or something, it started to flash the taskbar icons sometimes, like for no reason. So I'm really annoyed by this. So I'm gonna close it and I'm gonna restart Discord. By the way, some people don't know that Discord is actually an Electron app, and somehow they did it in such a way that that they actually expose the console. So if you go to Discord and you press Ctrl+Shift+I, you're gonna see this with a bunch of stuff. And they used to have like a gigantic banner somewhere here that would say that you should not touch this stuff. They don't anymore. In any case. All right, so we have the giveaway thingy. And there is a giveaway bot that I played with recently, and I forgot how it's called. Giveaway bot. There we go. View profile. I guess I don't have a link to it. Like, can I invite him to another server? And blah, blah, blah. All right. So I have to find him. Giveaway bot. Discord. Yeah, giveaway bot. That's the one. at the Discord. Yes. Devin side you. There we go. Oh my God. Yes. You can do everything. I swear to God, I'm a human. I already have. All right. So what am I doing? Clicking randomly on stuff. Bots. There you go. Giveaway bot. Join the channel. Giveaway. Is he here? He is here. I might actually have a role for him. Bot. There we go. And he disappeared. Why did he disappear? Because I need to go to permissions and bot. Of course you can view channel. There you go. There we go. Okay. I'm actually concerned. Oh no, that's for everyone. Hold up. Hold on. Bot can view the channel. Yeah, probably needs managed channel. Yeah, I guess. Actually, I probably should not do this. Because I'm changing the entire role for all of the bots. Like this. Well, yeah. So I'm just gonna remove the role from the bot. So I'm gonna go to just chatting. No, I'm gonna go to bots and I'm gonna find him and I'm gonna remove the bot role. There we go. So now he should be. Why am I the only one who can see this stuff? You guys should be able to see this channel, right? Permissions, everyone can view this channel. Permissions. Everyone cannot view this channel. There we go. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, you guys are back. Great. And the giveaway bot is here as well. All right, so when I was playing with it, I think all I need to do is to do G create or something. Yeah, that's all I need to do. G create. So bots, G create. There we go. Please type the name of a channel in the server. Oh, well, it's going to be giveaway. All right, the duration in seconds, and the duration in minutes, and include an M at the end, or days and include a D. Okay, so what if you do like 10 days? 10 days, when is it gonna be? It's gonna be like here, right? Or maybe here. Let's do 11 days. Let's do 11 days. 11 days, let's see. 11 days. Number of winners. There we go. 3. Giveaway prize. Okay. Free tickets to what was it again? Where is it? To this. Well, I guess free ticket, right? Free ticket. Yeah. There we go. And that's it. So all you need to do now is you need to go over here and click on this button over here, right? Just react. There we go. People are already doing it. So I'm going to pin this message because you guys might be able to post stuff in this channel. Maybe. Can you guys try to write something? Let me check if you can do that. I don't even know if you should be able to do that. Because you can, if you want to chat, just go to just chatting. Yeah, send messages. Yeah, you should be able to send messages in there. Yeah, there we go. Problem solved. So yeah, so this message is pinned. So just come back to it eventually. And also, I think that this bot has some other commands. Where do we have it? I've seen it. Okay, hold on. That's this one. All right, so you can also do ghelp and gend. I don't think you guys, can you guys like do that? Like, can you try to do like glist? Because I don't want you guys to be able to end the giveaway. Can you guys try to do like this? Can you try to do that? Up. I guess you're trying and it's not working, right? Because I think I did not allow. Is there like a separate permission for this? Use slash commands, probably this one. Yeah, probably because of this, you are not allowed to do that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, thanks for trying it out. Yeah, so problem solved. 11 days from now, we're gonna announce this thing and I'm gonna just send you a link and you're gonna be able to go for free to this conference. This was part 1 of the plan B that I had for the stream in case you guys, hadn't showed up and had questions. There's still part 2 if you don't have any questions. There's some more cool things that we could do. Oh yeah, you can't post in the channel for 10 minutes after join. That's correct. That's against, spammers and stuff. So just hold tight. Oh, by the way, do you guys want to see? Like I'm on the 15th floor of a building somewhere in the center of Tbilisi, Georgia, and I can see awesome stuff. Let's actually try this. Like I set this up. First of all, I'm gonna switch to a different headset, and you guys are gonna tell me if you can. You guys are gonna tell me if you can hear me. I think I muted it too fast. All right, can you hear me? Is it loud enough? Is it good enough? Like, is this thing working? Fifteenth floor. Yeah, correct. It's an 18 stories building. Right. So I have an app on my phone that that can stream to OBS, and we're gonna see if it's actually working. For now, it doesn't seem like it is working. I swear to God, I tested it. Oh, I think my IP changed. Hold up. Let's try to fix it. Hold up. I have it on a separate screen. This one. Yeah. The IP is different now. There's a 2 over here. Yeah, there we go. All right, it's working. Technology. All right. So I actually had the balcony door opened all this time. Didn't notice. So yeah, it's just a phone camera. So It's relatively bright, not too bright, so it's probably going to be overexposed. I don't think that I can control ISO from this one. So yeah, if you guys have never been to Tbilisi, Georgia, that's how it looks like. Kind of feels like a small version of New York, because it's like, there's like small hills, not as huge like as in San Francisco or something, but small hills and really tall buildings, and they're building like everywhere. Like the whole city is just like one gigantic construction site. Yeah, and as I already mentioned, it's the 15th floor. In fact, I'm remembering just now that, there's one thing that I wanted to mention. First rule of streaming is never to stream on Wi-Fi. And it was not possible for me not to stream on Wi-Fi. So I'm actually going to show this to you guys. Again, like I'm a digital nomad, so I don't always have control over this stuff. So there's a router over here. And I actually had to like unscrew all of this stuff to get access to the router, just to realize that it doesn't even have one hole for a cable, right? I don't know what kind of weird router it is. And in fact, the apartment has like network, what are they called? Like these network thingies over here, but none of them are patched. Like I have like 3 here, I have 2 in the bedroom, and none of them are patched. Because like, I'm actually traveling with a 15 meter long LAN cable, right? And I couldn't use it. And we're back. I'm glad that it worked out. Some small technical problems, but hey. If my office isn't here, no, I don't have an office. I just go to places. I rent a place like on Airbnb or some other way, and then I stay there. Yeah, the weather is like I'm used to kind of like the German weather. And I was a bit worried that Georgia would be a little bit colder, but actually it's closer to the equator, and so it's actually warmer. And like right now it's the summer, so it gets like really hot sometimes, like 36 degrees Celsius, which is a lot in Fahrenheit. 36 degrees C to F. 96.8 in Fahrenheit. If some of you Americans have problems falling asleep right now, you should be asleep, all of you. Yes, it gets really warm. In fact, this is one of the things that I'm usually super concerned about when I'm doing like these live things or recording videos, is that because I'm a digital nomad, I have to travel with a laptop. And the problem with laptops these days is that they're powerful enough, like they're super powerful, like you don't need a desktop. The problem is the cooling, right? If it gets like really warm, like I have an air conditioner right now set to 24 degrees, right? Just so that the room temperature is cold enough for this thing not to start like thermal throttling. Let's check the giveaway. 9 people. By the way, guys, don't click on that thing if you actually can't go. If you already have plans and you don't, because you're taking a ticket away from somebody who would genuinely go, right? So yeah, only click on it if you can go, please. So I was planning to stream for like 2 hours. We can do 3 if if you guys have questions. But yeah, if you guys don't have any questions, then I have another thing prepared for you if you want. Now everybody's just going to be quiet, right? Because you want to see what it is. It's the GitHub Copilot. I got accepted into a private beta and I asked them if there's some NDA or something, and no, there's nothing. So we can try to install it. We can see how horrible it is for Scala, if it even works. We can ask it like, hey, can you write a monad? And it's going to be like, What's Monad? Am I planning any Java stuff? No, not really. Also, I actually have like the only two like technologies that I kind of like not even got involved, but like sort of like heard of, like related to Java and not Scala. Was one was a GraalVM, and it sort of blew up in the Scala circles because it has like a crazy optimizer that it can inline like more things. And so Scala with all of this structure, it can generate a bunch of stuff. So it was like one of the marketing things to be like, hey, you know, your programs are going to be like, you know, they're going to compile faster and stuff. So yeah, GraalVM was the only thing. And there was another thing that I forgot the name, like a colleague from work, he wanted to build something and he asked me if he can use it. And I was like, what is that? And I looked it up, and I don't remember what it was. I don't remember the name. I'm really sorry. Ask it to answer lead code questions. Yeah, for sure. I mean, probably lead code is going to be good at. I actually suck at it. Like, I hate like this whole lead code stuff. I never, and the thing is that I never practice it, like even for interviews, and so I suck even more. I'm never going to improve because like I don't use it at work. I never prepare for the interviews and stuff like this. So whenever they go like with this, I'm like, let's just not even go there. What was it for? The Java thing you're talking about? I don't remember. I don't remember. But it was some. I think it was a framework. Yeah, that's very helpful. I know. I really don't remember what it was and what it was for and how it was called. All right, I'm super glad that you actually have questions. Right, this way I have something to talk about. What do you think of implicit functions, context functions in Scala 3? I think they're a cool idea. I'll be honest though, like this example that Martin was always showing, like was these tables and stuff. I never took the time to properly understand it, but I was looking at it and I was like, I don't get it. Like I get the context functions. In fact, I made a video about implicits in Scala 3 like half a year ago or something, and I played with them and I introduced them. Like I get this whole idea of like type aliases and stuff, but I don't get like how he created this table thing. And I think because there was some mutability in there, this is why I didn't get it. So yeah, I think it's exciting. I think it's inspired by Kotlin actually. I don't know much about Kotlin, but I think it's inspired by some feature in Kotlin. So I guess at this point there's sort of like not really rivalry, but at least like a little bit of competition between Scala and Kotlin. I think it's a cool idea. The thing about Martin, I think that he really doesn't like this whole functional stuff in a sense that, I mean, he created a functional programming language, but I mean like this hardcore like category theory, like wrapping everything into a context and stuff. So I think he was always trying to find a way to you know how to achieve the same results without it, without you know, like how to pass like context around without implicits, without the reader monad and stuff like this. I mean, technically the context functions, they still use implicits, but you get the point, you know, to build it into the language, like somehow that it's more obvious. It is an amazing thing though, that if an argument to a function is implicit, if you take this function and you store it, that the information about the fact that the argument is implicit, that it is recorded in the type. This is very, very useful because it's you can abstract over it, you can create type aliases, you can pass it around. This is very, very useful. It's a very, very powerful thing. But again, I'm for sure, like I'm really sure that this is going to be like one of those things where people are going to say, Scala is too complicated because of things like this. Because it can be really mind bending depending on what you do with it, of course. But yeah, it's a cool feature. It's a cool feature that I don't think that many people are going to use somehow, because like a lot of I don't even know, like I'm pulling these numbers from a very dark place, right? But like I would say that at least half of the Scala ecosystem is functional, and they have no problems with using something like the reader monad, or it's built into Zio anyway. So I don't know. Um, I do know who's going to use it, like people who use like ArcHTTP and stuff, who use futures, who have to like pass this implicit context around all the time. Like for those use cases, I'm sure it's going to be a godsend. Yeah. Let's switch the music again. What do you guys want to hear? Like these are the options. Like this is DMCA free music that we can listen to. Maybe you guys are already awake. Maybe we can do some synthwave stuff. Actually, I have a question for you guys. Like, do you listen to music when you code? Do you is it something quiet, or is it metal and stuff? Because I do sometimes. Like it really depends. Like if I have something, like if I have a task that is like actually go and program and not just like fix a bug or try to understand something. Like if I've already understood something and I just need to go and build it, this is when I turn the music on, because I just want to be like in the zone. And actually I have a playlist for this that I cannot play right now. That you can go to code.radio.davinsider.com, and it's just a playlist with a bunch of really quiet music. And I try to remove the songs from there that have any lyrics and any sort of beat, right? Because like anytime like there's any kind of beat, it kind of like distracts me away and it brings me up. Yeah, but it really depends on what I'm doing. Ambient sounds of cricket matches. Yeah, like this is like I actually have some like some of the songs in there are actually like this. Right, like this is a good question. You mentioned GraalVM. Like, do you just use a native package, a native packer for the SBT plugin? Is it worth compiling all the services to AAT, and are there any disadvantages? Right. So I have videos about GraalVM. The very first one is actually really good. I'm actually considering renaming it because like people cannot find it. It's called where are we? Like this one. Like this very first video is called "From the Cradle to the Holy Grail" because I tell like the whole JDK story. And the thing is that there are clear disadvantages there and clear advantages. So it's not like everybody should use GraalVM from now on. If you want your code to run faster, that's not what the GraalVM is for, right? Because the hotspot optimizer, the one in the JDK, it's actually, you want the virtual machine, right? You want this dynamic optimizer that on the fly understands what you're actually doing, like what's your hotspot, right? Compiling ahead of time has other advantages. One is that your deliverable is going to be smaller. The second one is that, at least initially, it's going to consume less RAM because it doesn't need to run the whole virtual machine. But eventually it will start using the RAM as well, right? Like the more it's running. I don't remember exactly how it worked, but I remember that you had to give your application more RAM than when it would run on the JVM, because like when it runs on the JVM, then it can kind of like share stuff. So you can. So I remember something that you have to give it like a little bit more RAM, but the idea is that it would actually use less, right? Huge disadvantage of the whole ahead of time thing is that, well, you have to know everything ahead of time, right? Like, in fact, I broke stuff on production like a couple of months ago because of this. So we have everything at work, like all over our microservices. They're ahead of time compiled, right? And I kind of forgot. And I've included a library. Actually, it's my library. I never advertise it, and I'm not going to start now. But if you want to check it out, it's on my private channel, my private GitHub, which is Agile Steel, right? It's a fun little library for I call it like dev tool utilities. Like I remember like back in the day, I discovered ANSI codes that can like insert like colors and stuff into the terminal, and I fell in love with the idea. So I created like a teeny tiny like implicits on any that you could do like .red or .yellow, and that it would just convert it into a string was the ANSI codes prepended. And I was just like building it out, and it has like a lot of basically print line debugging stuff in there. I can actually show it to you a bit later if you guys want. In any case, so it has never been an issue to include it in the project, right? And so like usually whenever I start like working for a new client, I at some point, like after a couple of months, I just drop it on the class path. Usually people like it, they don't mind it. And everything worked like a charm, and then it was deployed, and then like this particular service I was using, it was just dying. And it was dying because, and I think because like I only realized, I was like, I don't care about it. I just removed it, redeployed it, whatever. I'll deal with it some other time, right? But I think like the reason why it died is because I used like a teeny tiny bit of reflection in there, like a super teeny tiny bit, right? And I totally forgot about it. And so it was just, at some point it just loaded and freaking died. So this is a huge disadvantage of ahead of time. You actually have to specify all of these things that you're going to dynamically load. Yeah. I hope that answers your question. Bye, Philip. What else do we have? You listen to rock. Yeah, like I sometimes listen to rock. I sometimes listen to metals. To metal. It really depends on what I'm doing. Like if I'm trying to understand something, like I'm not listening to absolutely anything. In fact, like I sometimes put like headphones on, but I don't have any music in there just to like remove all the sounds. Yeah. Oh, by the way, since we're on YouTube, guys, don't forget to actually like this stream, because then YouTube's gonna recommend this stuff. So. Please hit that button. Right. What do you think about the extension methods, especially defined on the top level, since extension methods are only visible under a simple name? Yeah, it's a very good question. Like I made like 2 videos about this, and I really no, you guys should definitely hit that button, guys, because I'm gonna announce it anyway, right? So it's not just the people who are here, right? It's gonna last for like 11 days. I think I'm gonna create a short, and I'm gonna announce it. Like this is one of the things, And sorry, we're gonna go back to the extension method question. I'm not gonna forget, I hope. And if I do, you're gonna remind me. This is the thing. Like when I started YouTube, I knew that I have to produce like at least 1 video per week, and I was really worried about this. And I really wanted to stay to stay consistent and stuff. And so a friend of mine, by the way, the friend that I mentioned from before, my flatmate, Kawe, he was like, why don't you just pretend like you already have a YouTube channel and just start creating these videos, like completely done, like with a thumbnail, with everything, but don't just publish them, and just do this for a month, right? And only then, you start publishing like the first video. And this was a great idea, and I did it. And so for a very long time, I was always like ahead, like 4 weeks ahead, 5 weeks ahead, like four videos, 5 videos ahead, right? And sometimes I was like a bit late, but you guys didn't notice, right? Like if I got sick or if I had to travel and whatever. And at some point, I actually wanted to take a vacation, to go for like 3 weeks. And so I worked extra hard and I created like even more videos. And so all of a sudden I was like 8 videos ahead. And then some other stuff happened and I actually never took that vacation. And so ever since then, I'm actually trying to be like 8 videos ahead. And eventually, like once I started doing like this Patreon thing, right? I was like, hey, these videos are just laying around anyway. Why don't I make them available for my patrons? And I do. Like if you guys watching the Zio series, it's actually already done. Like this is the end of the Zio series that you don't see. There we go. It's 12 parts and it's all done. So for just like $1, you know, not begging or anything, but I'm just saying for just $1 you can watch all of these videos. Yeah. So why did I mention this? I mentioned this because usually when people have something like to promote, like these free tickets or whatever, like usually they put it like into a regular video, like in the end or whatever, or in the beginning, like this is a sponsor of this video and blah blah. By the way, in this case, it's not a sponsor of the video, right? Like there's nothing like that. And I'm from Ukraine. I'll talk about this a bit later. Again, I actually talked about this in the beginning of the stream. And this is one of the cool things about streaming on YouTube. You can actually go back during the live stream. Please don't do it now, but you know, you can also go back later. Yeah, so usually people like do a video and then inside of the video they have the promotion. But because I have like such a huge buffer, you know, if I want to make a video right now in which I'm going to mention this giveaway, right, it's not going to come out for the next 2 months, right? And so I'm going to create a short specifically for like just to announce this thing. Yeah, let's go back to the question about the extension methods, right? Yeah, they are a bit dangerous if you have them at the top level. I've created 2 videos about them, and I really I wanted to make this really clear that when I do my own projects, I'm totally gonna use it all the time when I'm like alone. But as soon as you're like in the team, like you know, using it with the team, and there's some legacy code, and there's always some legacy code, it is super dangerous. Like all of these like top level exports, like top level extension methods, I think that, you know, we as a Scala community, we're going to come up with a convention of creating just dedicated files for them, and we're going to come up with a naming convention for them, and we're just going to put the stuff in there. Like in this Zio thing, we can actually go and do this real quick. So over here, so this is the final version of this Zio app that we're going to build in the Zio playlist. And over there I have something like I have core, right? And inside of core I have core exports, right? And so if I have like top level extensions or anything like this, I'm just going to put them into this file. And then in the next submodule I have another file, you know, just name of the project and then exports, and I'm just going to put them in there. I'm going to try to do it like only like this. And there are obviously exceptions to this, right? Sometimes, but yeah, be very careful with it. Like for example, in the test suite, I also have a couple of exports, but I did this on you know, I did this on purpose because it kind of like belongs there. Yeah, so be very careful with top level stuff, but it is awesome. Like I freaking love it, as I mentioned in the video. Yeah, so I'm from, like, as mentioned in the beginning of the stream, I'm originally from Ukraine. When I was 16 years old, my family moved to Germany. I spent another 16 years in Germany, and then I decided to travel around. I became a digital nomad, and yeah. So currently, I'm in Georgia, the real Georgia, not the United States state, the country. So what are you guys thinking? Should we check out this Copilot thing? I have no idea how it works, what it does. You guys excited? Because I never, like I told you, like I never actually have time to play with them. Like if I decide to play with something, it's because I decided that I want to make a video about it, and then I invest a lot of time to play with it. I make a video about it. But like just like playing and then let's see, that's like I just don't have this time. I just don't have the time for it. So yeah, let's go ahead and install it. You guys don't seem to have more questions. That's some sort of spam. All right, install GitHub Copilot. There we go. Blah, blah, blah. Technical preview. Oh, I just click on install like this. It's required to install it. Well, I have it. Continue. Yes. There we go. It's happening. All right. Sign into GitHub. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Is it working? Is it happening? Yeah, I applied, and a couple of these later, I got accepted. I don't think that you have to have some sort of status or whatever. I don't think that I got accepted because I have a YouTube channel. I think they just accept people from time to time, and that's it. Usage to get started visit the Getting Started page. Isn't this where we were? Is this not the Getting Started page? No, it's not. Okay, there we go. All right, installing and blah blah blah. Sign in. There we go. We did that. We did that because we already have this thing, right? What is this? Click, right click. Okay. What does it say? Deactivate Copilot. Oh, okay. So I guess I should not press this. Copilot supports Scala. Well, that's what we're gonna find out. I have no idea. Good question. In fact, I'm actually gonna pin it. There we go. So that people know what we're doing. Okay, seeing your first suggestion. Create a new JavaScript file. Okay, no. Okay, so hold on. Provides completions for. I recently made a short about RTFM, right? And yeah, so this is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read like everything. Provides completions for dozens of languages and a wide variety of frameworks, but it works especially well for Python, JavaScript, TypeScript, Ruby, and Go. Following samples are in JavaScript, but the other languages will work. Create a new file. Okay, so we already have a bunch of Scala files because we're in this Zio project. Type the following function header. Function. Okay, so we're gonna do something like this in Scala, I guess. Right. So we're just gonna grab this, and okay, let's see. We're gonna go to the bottom, like somewhere here. We're just going to let's go to the main. Yeah, let's just put it in here. Okay, so we're just gonna do print line, hello world. Come on, move it to the right. There we go. Oh yeah, we're importing Zio, so let's do Scala app. All right, so what do we want to do? We wanted to do this. The thing is that it might not work, not because I'm using Scala, but because I've actually disabled like all of these pop-ups and stuff, like when I point on things, like nothing is happening. I actually have to go there and do like Control KI to actually see the type. But still, let's see. So if we do def, calculate days, and oh my God, it's already working. It's working. Okay, so what do I press to actually do it? Like do I press tab? Let's actually try it. Just tab. No. No. Okay. Automatically suggest blah blah blah. Press tab to accept the suggestion. All right. So tab didn't work. Okay. First of all, let's disable the Vim integration that I have. Which one do I have? this one. Let's disable it for now. Reload required. There we go. All right. So I think, what? You're downloading the new Metals version like right now? I thought we already had it. I think I have something for tab completion. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, hold on. Go away. Preferences. Okay, so I think I have like tab completion on. Perfect. Right? This is what it is supposed to do, right? Tab completion. Tab close button, blah. Yeah, okay, so it should work. Okay, so let's try it again. S. All right, so tab is doing something. It didn't do it. So I guess it's not tab. But check it out, like it already, we should probably remove this, right? And we can remove this as well, right? So, we should probably also import the build. Let's actually do this real quick. Hold on, because it was like a new Metals version, and we should probably reload again. Usually, whenever a new Metals version comes out, I update it everywhere because I'm using WSL, so I have like 3 of them, and I usually go to like each one of them and update it. But I guess I have forgotten. Let's also re-import the build just in case. Okay, so it's already working. Run. Okay. Okay. Let's remove this one. I just want to like wait a little bit until. I just want like everything to be like okay before we start playing with this new thing that is like in beta and probably not working correctly and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Like I just made the short about, you know, RTFM. But the documentation says that I should press tab, and I did press tab and it didn't do shit. So cascade compile, everything should be fine. Let's actually try to run it. And there we go. By the way, like somehow, like when I run this stuff in Metals, it used to work like really well, but right now, like somehow it collides with my color scheme, and so it actually printed out hello world, but like you don't see it. But if I start like marking it, it's gonna be there. There you go, debug. You know, like hello world. Like it's so weird. Like I should fix it one day. In any case, everybody should be happy now. We're doing this. Okay, we're going to the end of the line. Right. I'm gonna do as. There we go. I should press tab. I'm pressing tab. Loading. Nothing is happening. Okay. Should give the right arrow a try. Okay, right arrow. Let's try that. Okay, there we go. So again, dates, right arrow. No. Control space. No. Any other suggestions, guys? Like I have no idea. Maybe I can just do right click and I can do source action. You know what? Let's actually disable Metals because maybe this is the issue, which would be something to put on Chris' list. Metals and just disable. Wow. Okay. Do you want to disable? Yes, all of them. Reload required. There we go. Because maybe I press tab and then, you know, Metals is asking, I'm sorry, VS Code is asking Metals to autocomplete stuff. And so it kind of steals the show. All right. So there we go. Date, tab, no. Arrow to the right, no. Control tab, good suggestion. I like it. No. Control space. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure we can look it up, right? Keyboard shortcuts and Copilot. There we go. Autocomplete accepted. Probably this one, right? Plus tab. It exists. Yeah. Okay, of course. Let's try like Control Shift Tab or something like this. Control Shift Tab. Hold on. Control Shift Tab. Control Shift. Why did I press Control Shift T? Control Shift Tab. Really, like, who presses Control Shift Tab? Like, how is there like two existing commands with this key binding? Okay, Control Shift TR. Yeah, okay, nobody does that stupid shit. Control Shift TR. Okay, let's go try it. All right, so again, okay, Control Shift TR. Come on. That's why you don't do shit live. Oh, it recorded it as a chord. So Control Shift T and then R. Jesus. Okay, Control Shift T, R. No. Control Shift T, Control Shift R. No. Come on. No. Is it even the right one? Autocomplete accepted, right? It should be this one, right? What else is there? Generate. Generate, Control Enter. Why don't we try Control Enter? Did we try Control Enter? All right, that's not, okay, it's working, okay. Okay, oh, okay. So it's like all the other suggestions. Ah, okay, so this is like the accept solution. Like this is probably the one that we were just modifying, was this Control Shift T and Control Shift R. Okay, so that's like some lead code crap. I mean, at least it works, right? It's Scala code. So let's accept one of them. Yeah, let's grab this one. Okay, something worked. Okay, but that's okay. Disable metals now. Let me try this. Let's try this. Let's try to do something like decent. Let's do like local date and local date. There we go. Okay. No suggestions. Equals. Okay. What was it? Control Enter, right? Synthesizing solutions. All right. This is actually correct. All right. But I guess like this is the one that they, this is the one that they have experimented with, because this is like right in the getting started page. Of course, they made sure that this one works. All right. There we go. So let's go print it out. Calculate local date. And by the way, it actually worked. Oh, I was about to say it actually worked without an import. But it actually worked because I have an export. We had these questions before. I have an export somewhere, so I didn't even need to import local date. Okay, look what it's suggesting. Some stuff from somewhere. Again, I have no idea how to accept it. I'm gonna press tab. No. All right, so local date dot now and local date dot now minus days 5, I guess. All right, let's launch SPT. You guys should come up with examples, like was the questions that we should ask it. Like, I really want to see like what it's going to say if we have like some extension methods or type class instances or like something about monads or whatever, and it's going to be like burritos. And I'm going to be like, no, the real ones. All right, so there we go. Not found local date. Huh. This is interesting. Okay. Well, let's actually import everything. We also need the chrono unit, right? Oh my god, where was it? Do you guys remember where chrono unit is? Oh, it will actually tell me. Chrono. Yeah, there you go. It's working. Chrono. There we go. It's not really. Yeah, chrono unit. It's not in there. Hold on. Do you guys remember where that thing is? Because I disabled metals, so I'm useless. Shouldn't chrono unit be in chrono? Let's actually go and do this. Like I don't need metals if I have a copilot, right? Yeah, I guess it must be awesome with other languages. What are we looking for? We're looking for chrono unit. Java time chrono unit. Isn't this exactly what we had? Java time chrono unit. I guess like this is one of those issues that temporal. Oh, okay. Temporal. Thank you for looking it up. We made it. -5. -5 is the answer. All right. What else do we want to try? Also, I wanna re-enable metals, so that this thing doesn't take forever. Extension settings, no. Enable. And oh, it didn't even need a reload. That's interesting. So I guess we can just connect to the build server. Yeah, cool. All right, let's see what else the getting started page is saying. Press tab to accept it. If you don't like any of the suggestions, press escape. Okay. Oh, you can also hover or suggest to see command palette for choosing suggestions. Okay, so this is like one of those things that I think is not going to work because okay, so let's do like 2 + 2. Wow, check this out. Check this out, guys. It's crazy. Okay, so like I cannot hover on anything because I disabled this somewhere. Preferences. Okay, I guess it's called pop-up or something. Pop. No, I have no idea how it's called. I really have to go like through all of them now and to find this because I disabled all of these pop-ups, and that's why we probably don't see anything. Oh look, accept suggestions on enter. It's off. Let's turn it on. Let's turn it to on. What else? Yeah, so this is the hover, so we probably should set it to true. Sticky. Control with the hover should remain visible when mouse is moved. Yeah, that thing never worked for me though. Well, actually, it does work when it's exactly on it. Occurrences. No. Occurrences. What is that? Interesting. I have no idea what that is and why I turned it to false. Let's do true. Parameter hints. Yes, true. Quick suggestions. True. I feel like I disable like all of this stuff because it just bothers me when it just pops up all the time. Suggest. Show status bar. Yes. Highlight. Snippet suggestions. Yes. Suggest and trigger characters. This is probably one of those again. Tab completion. Come on, we've been able to like freaking everything now. It should work. Main. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, like things jump around now all of a sudden. Like, and this is exactly what I hate. Like I cannot like leave my cursor like laying somewhere. All right, so 2 + 2. Tab. No. Okay, 2 + 2. Enter. No, obviously not. Control Enter. Okay, that was that thing. Like, where's that thing that it was like, that it was saying in the docs, right? Like this thing, like I want this thing. Hover over suggestion to see. Okay, hover over suggestion. Let's do that. So 2 + 2, hover over suggestion. Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so it says accept, tab, accept. Okay, so this works. I don't know why tab doesn't work. I don't know. Care for some code in Python and JavaScript. Yeah, sure. Why not? But like, dude, like if it works in Scala, like for sure it works in Python and JavaScript. Let's do something cool. Let's remove all of that crap. Oh wow. Okay. Well, yes, that is helpful. But you know, where are you extending app? But still, I mean, it's cool. I guess it's cool, right? So also it's Scala 3. And this project is in Scala 3, so there aren't that many there isn't that much stuff on Stack Overflow and on GitHub. Let's actually try Scala 2. Let's actually close this one. Close this one. And what do we have? Yeah. Throw all of it out. So let's go to temp and let's do Scala C. No, not there. No. Oh, I don't have. Okay, I'm this one. Okay. So what do we have in here? Tacos files, yeah, nutshell, blah. All right. So G8. Okay. So Copilot Playground. There we go. Okay. Let's open it. All right. So let's go to main. And Metals should wake up any second now. This sometimes happens with VS Code lately that it doesn't load like all of the plugins. Like it should have loaded more. Like there should be like a reload button over here, and it doesn't. And I have no idea why. So let's go in there again. Software these days. Yeah, see, there we go. Like the reload button, like everything else loaded, and so Metals is also gonna wake up in just a second, and we're gonna import the build. Yeah, there we go. Now it's gonna ask me if you want to update to VS Code 158.2, but we don't because there is a bug in there that doesn't load Metals and a couple of other extensions. So, all right. So while it does that, what I wanted to do was something like monads, right? So we're gonna do a trade monad for some F, right? And wow, okay. Jesus Christ, check this out, guys. Check this out. Holy. Come on, show me stuff. There we go. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. I was about like to type this thing manually, like from the top of my head. Yeah, I guess this one looks correct. Unit and flat map. Right. Okay. Okay. Well, let's try to do an instance or something. So this is going to be instances, and we're going to have, whoa, what? Oh, check this out, guys. Wow. Okay. No, I don't want a unit. Like, how many people call their objects instances? Like, for real. Okay, it still suggests like the other stuff. Okay, so let's do, wow, look at this, list monad. Yeah, yeah, let's go with that. Let's hover, let's accept. Okay, it did just that. Wow. Okay, let's do this. Well, okay, so Metals can generate like the yeah, let's do that. So Metals can generate the signatures. Yeah, it's remarkable. I guess like this is what happens when you leave all of your code laying around all over the internet, GitHub and Stack Overflow. None of it is ours, guys. It all belongs to Microsoft now. All right, let's see if it can do that. Yes, it is list of A, yes. Accept. Okay, now flat map. Now I want to see a fold. Like, are we gonna see a fold? Come on. Maybe control enter right away. Nah, not exactly. Nah, not exactly. Let's see. FA flat map. No, okay. FA dot. Let's do fold. Maybe it's gonna suggest like a proper fold. Well, which one do we need for a moment? Yeah, we need like whatever. Fold left. Okay. Yeah. No, that's not what we. Well, actually. Well, no. It's cute though. It's cute. Let's see what else does it have. No, like we don't want to call flat map from inside of the fold. We don't want to do that. Bye, Samson. Thanks for dropping by. Like it always calls flat map inside of the. Okay, this looks more interesting. Okay. Well, no. What? What is this? Right. Well, I guess no one has ever implemented monad for lists. All right. What else are we going to try before we jump to something like Python and JavaScript? Like I originally intended to stream for only 2 hours, but let's see how many of you guys are still here. 17 people. Yeah. So we're still doing it. So we're gonna do 3 hours. Yeah. So any suggestions? The thing is that the thing that I'm sort of like worried about is that it just like looks stuff up that already exists, right? I mean, it tries to understand what you have, converts into some model, sends it over there. But is it gonna understand like some basic things like when I have like trade? Well, yeah. So let's try to use like even the names that other people use, like service. Right, let's do service. Okay, and we're gonna have do stuff. And what was it gonna do? Well, it's gonna take a person, and we're gonna have a final case class person. It should be able. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what I was expecting. Name and age. Yeah, ask it to create an HTTP4S template for what code? A Batic site. What is that? What do you mean? I don't think that we can do anything so big like for HTTP4S, but we'll try later. Okay, so I want to do stuff, and maybe we should use like the proper names. I don't know, let's do some like get age, because it should be able to figure out like get age, and we have a person, and yeah, I guess we want int, and it doesn't know what to do with that. Yeah, like see, so it's not like it doesn't try to like actually understand your code. It's just like has anyone ever done something like this? And you go, yes, apparently they did. Their person age, yes, that's. And if you want to go and even if you just go with a class and you go like service impl, is it going to do like, okay, well, I guess what else do we have? Okay. Yeah. All right. So actually, maybe like I should have made this abstract, right? Like this, right? So maybe now it's going to have like better suggestions. Yeah. Implement service. Okay. So now it's kind of lost at things that it's like Java now. Oh, look at this one. I like this one. Let's go with that. Yeah, like this is marginally smart. It's got an override in there, but this is like, I mean, I called this thing person, I called this thing service, I called this thing get age, so obviously it found something. But I think like, let's actually try this. Let's just call this, well, not foobar. Let's just call this HGKL, this, right? And we're gonna remove this thing again. Right, and we're gonna see like what is gonna suggest now. Technically, like also like what we did like just like right now, it also like fed into the algorithm. I don't know how fast it is, but look, it already suggests this stuff. So it already says like override def HJKL was person age. Let's actually try to change it to string. String, okay. Control enter. And by the way, this is like what I usually do when I prepare my videos. I try to read the docs as much as I can, and I just play it, just like torture it, and I see like what works, what doesn't. I try to find a couple of blogs if people have already played with stuff. Oh wow, look at this. Person name is holy, like look at this, guys. Look at this one. I mean, it extends person, but still like this one, accept solution. This is relatively decent. Yeah, I'm not sure if naming is important. I'm not sure. Because maybe like it already like fed something into the algorithm that what I had before, or yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I think we could try some Python. We don't need to close this one, right? We can just I just said I don't have any tool chain for Python. What's that song? That song is weird. I don't like the song. Also, let's change the playlist. Let's try this one. 100 Thieves. A little bit dubsteppy. All right, so Python playground code Python. Come on. Oh, word. Yeah, I did take. Okay, so there we go. Yes, I trust later. So VS Code should probably suggest me some Python tooling. Main.py. Okay. So see, it's again like one of those things that nothing is loading again. Like I don't know what's wrong with VS Code, but there we go. All right, Python extension. Yes. Well, we already did that. Open folder, use an interactive window to develop Python scripts. Yeah. Jupyter extension, which is currently installed. Okay, let's not do this then. Okay, so this is Python. Select the language. What do you mean select language? It's the wrong file. There we go. Close. This one. Okay, this is the only file that we have. All right, so what do we want to do? I think in Python it's also def, right? Def, well, let's do like 2 + 2. Is something happening? Oh, it's downloading the, okay, something is happening. Let's look at the other stuff. Well, obviously it works. I mean, again, like if it already worked in Scala, and then it's gonna work in Python. What is the typical thing that people do in Python? Like reading from a file? Yeah, let's read from a file. Let's do something like print. What do? They do snake case, right? Print file. Okay. Like for somebody who doesn't know Python, this is super helpful. Yeah, like this one. I like this one. All right. Help. I have no idea what I'm doing. Which formatter is better? Is black better? Is YAPF better? Should I just say yes? What should I do? Python people, help. No takers. All right, we're just gonna say yes. There's no pip installer available. All right. Okay, so we can read a file. Yeah, use whatever. Like, dude, leave me alone. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna print a file, which is going to be how do they do strings? Do they do strings like that? I forgot. I do Python so rarely. Okay, home Vlad. Let's do dot bash aliases. There you go. Let's try to run this thing. Is it like this? Python? How do I even run this? Like, I'm on Ubuntu. I should have like a Python interpreter, shouldn't I? Can I just run it? Can I just do like this? All right. Plus X main py. Oh, okay. Not this one. Where is this one? Okay, I'll close it. Ah, we are in VS Code. Jesus, what am I doing? Opening brace. Where was it? Isn't this how you pass parameters to Python stuff? On the first line, should I have had like some import or something? It looks correct. Unexpected open brace. Isn't this how methods look like in Python? Let's have a look. Yes, it is. I mean, I didn't even write this code, right? It was the Copilot function. Yeah, I did everything correctly. Like, what's the thing? What's the deal? I think it's probably tries to run it with Bash and it was Python, right? Yeah. How to run a Python script. Really, do I need to read all of that to understand how to run a Python script? Python 3, maybe we should try Python 3. Oh man, yes, I was first. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh yeah, you guys didn't tell me that this is obviously a mistake. Their programming apparently doesn't work. There we go. These are my bash aliases. So the solution was generated by the Copilot. Anyway, Anything else you guys want me to try in Python? Otherwise, we're just gonna move to JavaScript. I think like people do like simple servers, right? I think like I read somewhere that you can also write comments. Let's do like how do comments work in Python? There we go. Create simple HTTP server. No? Oh, that's what I need. That's really okay. Oh, shit is happening. It's happening. It's happening. Okay. Come on, like actually go and do it. No? Okay, let's try simple. I think it just takes time to fetch stuff, right? For testing, there we go. Simple HTTP request handler, socket, port, servernet port, yeah. Flask or Django, yeah, maybe. I don't think that, I mean, it also searches through GitHub, right? It's not just Stack Overflow. I was about to say, like, I don't think that anyone like created like a full-blown server in Flask or Django. Yeah, but let's try it. Let's try Django. Django, it even auto-completes the comment for me. Wow, okay, yes. I think we need to wait a little bit. Yeah. I think we need to wait and it's gonna fetch more. Yeah, there we go. Stuff's happening. Let's close this. Oh, wow, okay. See, like, this is exactly why we need, like, you know, top level exports. I mean, it's the same line duplicated, but still, you know, like do you guys have this at work? You know, you open a file and there is like 100 lines of imports before even like the real code starts. This is crazy. Okay. Yeah, well, let's try Flask. Well, I don't want the suggestions. I want control enter. There we go. Okay, we need to wait a little bit. All right. Okay, well, this looks like a route, that's for sure. Import requests, yeah. By the way, do you guys know that a while ago, like I created a Python playlist and I created a Sublime text plugin that probably still works. It should show the name of the track over here. Let's see if it does that. Yeah, there we go. Future Retro, Stream Beats by Harris Heller. It still works. So it connects to the Spotify API and then shows the song. It does support context managers. Python, impressive. Yeah, I guess it does. Like I'm not super sure what a context manager is, but I guess. Okay, this music is a bit too aggro for a stream, I find. Let's go with this one. How many of you guys are still here actually? 14, we're still good to go. Like until there's like one of you guys there, I'm still gonna do it. Try that with Scala. Like a server? Sure, why not? All right, so which one was it? Copilot Playground. All right. Maybe let's also throw out the main. We're listening to Christmas music in the summer. Why not? By the way, once I'm gonna arrive in Brazil, as I mentioned in the beginning, I actually have a green screen there. So finally, you're not gonna see like all of this unnecessary stuff. I wanted to have a green screen for such a long time, but I cannot travel with it. Well, I mean, I guess I could with some version of it, but not the one that I have. No, later. All right, so create HTTP4S server. Go and do it for me. I don't need to be paid anymore. Just do it for me. Come on. There we go. Maybe. Okay. 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 So I think it's confused by the imports. Let's actually do something like object main extends app. I'm gonna be in the capital in Brasilia. Something like this. Let's try like this. Right. So we're already in the app. We're gonna do create HTTP4S server. Something is happening. Okay. Oh, look at this. This is crazy. I'm excited to see what's in there. Oh, wow. Like, okay, like this is obviously not what it's supposed to do. Let's have a bit more space over here. Can it do that? Can it do that? I don't... Do they have like a simple version like this? Is it gonna work? Let's try that. I haven't played like so much with HTTP4S that that it's actually gonna work. That I know if this is gonna work. So let's go over here and go over here. Like there's this cool plugin called ScalaDex Search, but somehow it doesn't always copy stuff. So I'm just gonna do HTTP4S. HTTP4S from HTTP4S. Yes, this is the one. Let's just grab everything that we probably will need. Probably this. I don't know if you're gonna end up playing with the client, but let's grab it. Let's grab the core. Let's grab the server and this thing and the Blaze core and all of that stuff. And I don't care. And HTTP Cersei. I'm sure you guys are gonna be curious about that. HTTP4S core. Let's grab all of that stuff. And I'm gonna say okay. And we're gonna grab the, yeah, why not? This one. See, now it says dependencies have been copied to the clipboard. But now if I'm gonna paste it, oh, they're there. Cool, awesome. Yeah, that's correct. All right, import changes. I didn't even have to write any code for web service, and it already came out with the code. Yeah, I like this comment. We should keep this comment. We're downloading the internet right now. Are we downloading the internet? Is that what's happening? Partially failed. Oh, it's probably because like this version is for Scala 3, I guess. I think the fastest way would be to look it up again. So I probably should grab like the 0, what is it, like 20 something. HTTP4S. Yes. And core. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, let's try this one. 023 RCU. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay. So I'm just gonna grab this. Look, it even auto-completes like the stuff in the build. Which is cool. Actually, let's, well, yeah, whatever. Let's import the changes. Not found. What do you mean? Scala 2.13.6. Which one did it not find? Blaze core and stuff. Okay, let's remove Blaze core then. Else. Blaze client. one. And what? Just Blaze. What did you guys do with Blaze? All right, there we go. 4 changes. Like this is the stuff that I usually cut out when I record videos for you guys, because you don't, so that you don't have to wait through all of that stuff. All right, there we go. I found value get. Well, obviously it needs a bunch of imports, right? No, come on. Let's try to tell metals to refresh stuff like this, because it should show me auto completions. See, like this is what I was expecting. It's not. Let's reload just in case. Anyways, this is not the point of Copilot to see if this thing is actually working or not. Because I guess it just took some code from Stack Overflow. So yeah. Like one day I wanna like start streaming consistently, and hopefully we're gonna get to like actually build something when I do it. But I'm concerned that when I start doing that we're never gonna finish building anything, because it's just gonna be like once a week, like 2 hours or something. Like what can you do? Like something super tiny. Like I have a couple of projects in mind, but at this rate they would just take forever, and I don't think that I'll be able to stream for more than once a week for 2 hours. And probably more and more people are going to show up, and you guys are going to ask more questions. So probably the streams are going to be rather just chatting streams, and not like this. And yeah, you're probably right. We need HTTP4S DSL. See, like that's one of the things why not so many people actually stream like actual live coding, because it's this, you know, just like let's go and like, you know, import the build for like half an hour. It's not that exciting. All right, let's see. Come on. Oh, actually, there's also recompile workspace. Come on, you should at least suggest like this stuff. Like, where is this stuff? And I did include it properly, right? So we have library dependencies. This is a simple build. It should totally work. We shouldn't get stuck on this one. It doesn't really matter if HTTP4S has like a simple way to build servers like this or not. Yeah. Like, is it even? Oh man, I press Control Enter. What is it? Org HTTP. Is it like this? Org HTTP4S? I don't remember. What was it about to suggest? Client, yeah. Let's see if this even compiles. Is not a member of package org. Is it not org HTTP4S? Is it not? It is. So what, you telling me it's not on the path? How is it not on the path? Dependencies, using dependencies. So it's there. What's your problem? Ow. Maybe the error message is wrong. Let's do hello world. Oh man, I pressed enter again. Okay, so is this an app? Like, is this thing working? Okay, it's working. So why don't we have HTTP4S on the class path? What? Chat, what am I missing that is obvious? We got the dependencies. It's just a bunch of libraries. It has the HTTP4S stuff, all of it. We're using dependencies over here, which is over here. It's a simple build. It's not a multi-build. Why is HTTP4S not there? Is this not how you do HTTP4S stuff? Is this not org.htp4s? Get started. Come on, show me an import. No import? I guess imports are overrated. Service. No? Nowhere? Okay, I guess I have to look at my own stuff. Because we're still using HTTP4S in Zio, right? So, or HTTP4S, it should be fine. Why doesn't it work? I have no idea. HTTP4S, do I have the S? Org HTTP4S, like why? What is wrong? Like what's happening? What have I done that is so wrong? Let's see if it just matters, but it shouldn't be. I feel like we're derailing this entire stream. And again, like this is why like so few people do like actual live coding, because it's just like what the hell is happening like here? Like all right. Oh, really? So we never managed to actually import the build. Not found Blaze client. Who asked for Blaze client? I guess we don't need any. I guess we took too much, right? So we probably don't need this. We don't need this. So we just have DSL, Cersei. Yeah, that stuff. Not now. Compile. Oh, really? Okay. How many of you guys are still with me? 12. Still good. I'm really sorry that you don't have anything better to do on your Saturday than this. I wish that this was more entertaining. And maybe one day it will be. All right, so it works. So let's import the build. What would you guys like to see on streams if I start doing this consistently? Like, I don't know, maybe once a week. Because I feel like in the beginning, you guys are gonna have questions like, where am I from? Like, blah, 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 what am I doing? But eventually you guys are gonna know. And then I just kind of feel like you're gonna eventually run out of questions. And so I would need to, aw, thank you. That's so sweet. Yeah, I feel like we should do some proper live coding, and then you guys are gonna be more entertained, I guess. We will contribute to something, like contribute to open source. More eLisp, right? You're just gonna like have you seen like how long it took to debug a build like this? Do you know how long it's gonna take us to debug like something that I have no idea about? What do you mean cool background? You mean me talking in the background is cool enough? Well, thanks. Yeah, thanks all of you guys. Like, I know that, you know, from your perspective, it's like awesome content and it's free, but still, like, you don't need to watch it, right? You could watch cat videos instead, right? And you still decided to be here on a Saturday, so thank you. Yeah. I watched myself a couple of Rust streams. Actually, I have a cool story. There is this guy called, Jesus, what's he called? Togglebit. You might know him. He streams on Twitch. Just a cool dude. He does like Rust stuff, right? And so I watch him. I don't really care about Rust actually. It's not that I don't like it. It's just that I don't have time to play with it. Like everybody seems to love Rust, and I'm sure it's cool. But anyway, like the reason why I was watching it is because I think he's like from Scotland or something, and he has like this Scottish accent. He sounds like a pirate to me. It is so freaking awesome. Like this is the only reason why I watch him sometimes. And he streams like, he currently doesn't have any clients, so he streams like all day. He has like 8-hour streams on Twitch. And yeah, so like anytime, like when I'm bored, I can just check it out. And yeah, so when I joined, like five minutes after like listening to him, I was like, okay, I'm gonna follow this guy. And some other dude followed as well. And so there were like 2 people that followed at the same time. And then he said, and I'm gonna try to like mimic a Scottish accent. He was like, is there a raid happening? I was like, dude, that's so awesome. I don't know why, like this like Scottish, like I don't even know if he's Scottish, but I think that he is. Like it sounds so cool. Yeah, and so the story about this was that, so I was watching one of his streams, right? And then I don't remember exactly what he asked, but I think he said something like what languages like do you usually work in? Because like he's doing Rust, but he asked like the audience like what they're doing. And then some dude writes like mostly Scala. And this dude was called CKIPP, and I was like, who's that? That has to be Chris. And so I wrote to him on Discord, and I was like, are you watching Togglebit? And he was like, yep, busted, it's me. That was like, I think like a month before Chris started streaming as well. All right, this thing finally moderately works. So now we should get, yeah, Serve is not a member of, is there some extensions to this thing? But at least it should now be able to like import, come on, really? Wow, I guess fixing the build didn't really help. Yeah, anything else you guys want to try right now was the Copilot? Just tell me, I'll type it in for you guys. Otherwise, we have like 10 minutes left. If you've missed the beginning of the stream, there is a giveaway. Just go to giveaway.devinside.com, and you're gonna end up on my Discord server if you're not there already. You're gonna end up on this channel, and there's gonna be a pinned message, which is this one, and all you need to do is click over here if you're interested and if you're actually capable of going to London in December. The conference might actually be online. You never know these days, right? So it might be fully online, it might be partially online, but still, like if you know that you cannot like physically go to London, I'd rather not have you click on this thing. Yeah. I wish you just create was as between you. Oh yeah, dude, like you should have said this like long time ago. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. There we go. Throw this out. Throw this out. And let's just do this. And it's gonna be faster if we just do G8. And you don't need to do this. There we go. Quick start. Sure. Inside. No, hold on. dev.insideyou. I bought the insideyou.dev domain. I'm not sure if you guys know, right? Just so that I can do the reverse domain name dev inside you. So if you go to insideyou.dev, like currently, it's going to redirect you to devinsideyou.com. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yes. No. We're in what 5.5. Oh, really? Okay. Okay. Sure. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, we're doing it, I guess. Ground native image. Sure. Wow. Okay. Damn. This is an awesome template. All right. So code, quick start. But it probably already has simple server, right? Yeah. I've seen this one a long time ago. Yeah. See, again, like VS Code, like for some reason doesn't start properly. Let's go to it again. What the hell is a simple neural network? It's another one pet peeve of mine, guys. You know, like sometimes you have to like, you know, naming is hard, right? And then so you're in your code base and you have to name something and you call it like simple this and simple that. Like I hate like seeing like something like this in code because it never ends. It always ends up being complicated. It never stays simple, you know. Sure. Tell me what is the hello world of natural language processing? Or I'm sorry, this is not what you said. You wanted neural networks. All right, so everything is here. So this thing should work. Sure. You forgot to create a Scala FMT in your template. All right, so it is already compiling, but let's also cascade the compile. All right, let's actually try running it just in case, just to see that we're actually running a real server. How do you like the Christmas music in July? Oh, actually, does it have Revolver? Does it have? It does. Great. Die. Restart. Do you guys know the Revolver? It's an awesome plugin. It forks the JVM, starts the stuff in there, and then you can still like stay inside of SBT and do other things, right? You can do like compile, but it's already compiled, obviously, right? And then you can stop it with restop, or you can restart like this. So you can develop like this, you know. And it's just gonna always like we can do this right now once, right? So it's just gonna kill the JVM, start it again. It always works. It was developed back in the day by the Spray guys. Spray was the HTTP was an HTTP framework that eventually became Akka HTTP a long time ago, and so they developed this to because they had to work on a server and then a client, and you know they wanted to do it from the same SBT session. All right, so something is happening. I don't know about our routes. What are our routes? So we can go to routes. Oh, we can do jokes. That's great. Client.http. Okay, so I think I can just do http console/localhost. What is it? 8080 joke, like this. Send request. And there we go. What do you call a cow on a trampoline? A milkshake. Oh wow. Okay. Dead jokes. Here we come. By the way, this is another cool extension. I mentioned it a couple of times in my videos. It's called, I believe, REST Client. It understands the curl syntax, and also it has its own syntax. REST Client. Oh, and by the way, just very recently, I discovered this one, Thunder Client, and it's more powerful than this one. We can actually go and try it. So this one is almost like a replacement to Postman. This one, Thunder client. No idea how to use it. Usage. There we go. Install Thunder client. There we go. So we just need to go Thunder client. New request. Focus on view. It's a new request. Yeah. See, so it's like a little bit more professional. So no, it's not HTTP4S. It's like localhost 8080 choke send. And you know, you have like query params and stuff. Okay, this is the answer. It's kind of tiny here. Yeah, like this. What concert costs only 45 cents? 50 cent featuring Nickelback. Okay, that's actually creative. Yeah, so you have like auth, you have headers. Like the UI looks pretty much like Postman, and I think you can also do GraphQL. And I think it has a view. Yeah, so you have like also like your activities, your collections. You can set up environment variables and stuff, so you can do like the whole thing from VS Code. I haven't played with it yet, but I've seen like a YouTube video, and I was like, that's cool. I'm gonna check it out. I forgot what we were doing. So this thing works. So now we can kill it. And what does it do? I said restop. There we go. All right, clear the screen. So let's, I mean, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do like here, like create HTTP4S hello world server. Go, do it for me. Okay. That's interesting. It shows me links to where? Examples, hello world server. Oh wow, okay. Okay, that doesn't even look like a for comprehension. HTTP4S serve. Yeah, so you have like bits. We have like bits. But I don't think that we're gonna have like a full-blown thing. Yeah. Russian dolls. What are you talking about? Like the real Russian dolls? Was there a joke about Russian dolls? No, that wasn't. Yeah, so let's try this neural network thing. You have to tell me what to type though. Okay, so neural network, hello world. I have no idea what to do. I'd be damned. Like, what the hell is it? Like, is this a thing? Like, is it gonna work? Like, what library do we need to test this? Okay, this is not. This is probably, what is it? Is this Kotlin? No, this is Scala, right? All right, it's a joke. I get it now. Yeah, they're so full of themselves. Yes, yes, yes. Sorry. It's a good joke. A good dad joke, you know. Yes. Add layer, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know, is this thing gonna work? Like, if I just do this and throw some library in there, like, is this gonna do some stuff that is gonna be marginally correct? Marginally? What's marginally? Yeah, let's see. Part 2, I guess part 2 received more views than the first one. Where's the part 1? I guess we can try to hack it. Of course not. Um, January 9th. Anyway, show me the code. Is this the thing? No, this will be to train the model. Oh, I don't know shit about it. Anyway, I guess this is it. We did it for 3 hours, guys. I was planning to do it for 2 hours, but we did 3 hours somehow. Thank you for showing up, and I do wanna start streaming consistently, but I know for a fact that I cannot. So the next time we're gonna do this, it's probably gonna be like a month from now. So it's gonna be like, I don't know, end of August probably. And I have no idea what we're gonna do. Like I have a couple of things to, like I mentioned this library that I have like from a long time ago, and I actually want to do like a proper rewrite to Scala 3, and that's gonna take forever. It's written with a cake pattern and stuff. So yeah, maybe we're gonna do something like that. Yeah, I could make a poll with topics. Yeah, I can do. I need to start using the community tab on YouTube more. I'm gonna create a poll maybe on Twitter as well. That's the thing, like, you know, like I have like many ideas of what I could do. But yeah, maybe I should start asking you guys. Yeah, thanks for showing up, man. Yeah, I guess this is it. I'm gonna go. I actually haven't eaten today yet. I actually eat once a day, usually like around 1 o'clock. Right now it's 3. So today's a bit later, which was according to the plan, because tomorrow we're gonna go to the mountains and I don't want to bring any food with me. And yeah, also like YouTube has this thing called stories. I've never tried them. Like stories is like just like a behind the scenes thing. I don't even think that I can create stories on my computer. I think like for stories I would need to like do it from my phone, and it's gonna go up like right away. So I might create a couple of things when I'm up there with some cool view. I'm planning to also record a couple of shorts there. Hopefully the wind conditions are gonna allow this. Yeah, so thanks for showing up, join the giveaway, play with Copilot, and eat your vegetables. I'll see you next time, guys.